Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry, this is not going to be my regular content. This is for class, so you can take it up with my professor if you hate it. Hi, Dr. Bellinger. Alright, let's get into it today. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite health site. So in 2014, a guy named David Karp created a website called Tumblr. By 2014, the site had 166.4 million users and 73.4 billion posts. But today, the site is considered obsolete and viewed as a thing of the past. Yet it has still managed to shape much of what we view as online culture in the 2010s and can really highlight how social media use has shifted since the beginning of the internet. So Tumblr originated as a microblogging platform, yet had aspects of social media that were similar to other products of the time, such as Twitter and Facebook. Unlike Twitter, though, it supported long-form content, as well as photo, video, and audio. This made Tumblr a unique space where users could really dive into a topic that they were interested in. Tumblr was also built around reblogs, where users could post other people's content on their own blog and add their own comment if they wished. This format really led to Tumblr being a space where people built strong communities around shared interests. Many Tumblr users also didn't put their real names in their blogs, opting instead for a username that provided some depth of anonymity, and Tumblr wasn't really a place where you connected with people, your IRL friends. Tumblr quickly formed into a space that had almost its own personality. Users created inside jokes, memes, Tumblr fake stories, and secret codes to determine if someone in the wild was also a Tumblr user. And Tumblr knows that that's what it's used for. Its tagline includes, "It's wholesome chaos," and "gay people in your phone." Tumblr community was a place for people that didn't quite fit in to be able to find community that spanned across a physical divide. It allowed for fandoms to form around different books and movies and shows and brought people together who were interested in everything from traditional farming to punk culture. Because a large part of Tumblr was photo, aesthetics were born and communities began around these aesthetics. Fandoms created memes about debates and events in their fandom, and GIFs became extremely popular, especially if they were supernatural GIFs. Super Hulock controlled much of Tumblr. Community on Tumblr was a big thing, and for many users, Tumblr felt like the platform was theirs, like they owned Tumblr. There were almost no regulations to what you could post, and quickly, Tumblr culture was born. But in 2018, Apple suddenly took the app off their app store. It was soon revealed that child pornography had been found on the app, and this would change the course of Tumblr forever. Tumblr began to create an algorithm to review and take down posts that it considered not safe for work. The NSFW ban made many users angry, because up until this point, Tumblr users had been able to regulate themselves and created the communities that they wanted to see. In response, they organized petitions, created satire work, and boycotted the platform. Now, to be clear, this wasn't just because they couldn't access porn on that site. The algorithm that Tumblr implemented overreached in many areas, removing more content than necessary in order to make sure that nothing bad got through. This ended up affecting many communities, including artists and the queer community who use the platform to share resources and healthcare information. Tumblr ended up losing 30% of its traffic almost immediately following the NSFW ban. It had become all too clear that there was a significant disconnect between what Tumblr said it was and what it actually was. But in recent years, Tumblr has been making an attempt to come back, and in particular, make enough money to actually keep the platform running. They attempted this through a few different ways that would only really work for their platform, such as Tumblr Blaze, which was their version of post-promotion. It was introduced in April of 2022, and unlike other platforms, Tumblr Blaze does not send your content out to people that the algorithm thinks would like that content. Rather, it sends it out to a random assortment of people. Essentially, this allowed people to hit post and then force people to see whatever they had posted. In November of 2022, they also introduced their version of the blue check marks, which is kind of a playoff and is kind of poking fun at Twitter. This allowed users to purchase a check mark to go next to their name. But there was no requirements for how many followers you had to get a check mark or anything. You could just purchase it. You could also purchase up to 24 check marks to be displayed next to your name. Both of these were a hit within the Tumblr community because instead of using typical social media techniques, Tumblr realized that its users were looking for something a little bit different. Tumblr is not your stereotypical platform. While other platforms also have communities on them, the culture of Tumblr turned out to be very different. And this is in a large part due to how it is set up, but also the people that ended up using it. Because it was one of the early websites, many people really grew up on Tumblr, and it helped shape how we see social media today. That being said, Tumblr is almost still a relic of that past, free from influencers and celebrities and the pressure of going viral. Instead, Tumblr really focuses on the relationships, and because that's how it's set up, users can almost instantly feel like a part of a community. In an online world where many people try to promote themselves, Tumblr focuses on a shared identity. As we compare the world of Tumblr to other worlds of social media, we can see that values have shifted. Today, much of the online community is obsessed with themselves and making money. I think this is part of the reason why Tumblr isn't as popular anymore, because there's pretty much no way to monetize your content. The internet has turned into a hub of communicative capitalism, and we cannot seem to escape the need to use attention as a way of making money. Sure, Tumblr needs money to survive, and they do have ads on their site, though they didn't for almost the first 10 years of their existence. But ultimately, Tumblr users don't come to Tumblr looking for fame or money. They come looking for a community. And because of the history Tumblr has of being welcoming of all, they will most often always find that. In a world where everything online is competing for our attention to take our money and our time, Tumblr feels like a haven almost. For the ones still in fandoms, still in subcultures, and still a kid at heart. Tumblr is a place where anyone can be whoever they want it to be, and that's because of the users that defined Tumblr. Peace out. Thanks for watching.